In the soft glow of a sushi counter, those shimmering strands of orange-red crab look tender and elegant, yet they never came from the sea or the shell of a crab. Instead, their story begins with frozen pollock, ground and dyed into a convincing illusion. Through the ingenuity of modern food science, a humble white fish is reborn as one of the greatest culinary tricks of our time, the crab stick. Welcome to AgriWorks USA, where we take you behind the scenes of the world's most extraordinary foods. Today we'll uncover how more than 2.5 million tons of crab sticks are produced every year, enough to circle the earth multiple times without catching a single crab. From the icy Bering Sea to massive factories, we'll explore how technology, economics, and creativity converge to shape this billion-dollar industry. Along the way, we'll also ask the deeper questions: nutrition, sustainability, and whether imitation can truly rival the real thing. So join us on this journey, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more untold stories from AgriWorks USA. The story of crab sticks begins not with crabs, but with crisis. In 1960s Japan, fishing fleets hauled in record catches from the northern seas. Yet instead of prized tuna or shrimp, the markets overflowed with low-value fish like pollock and threadfin bream. Prices collapsed, fishermen faced bankruptcy, and an urgent question arose: how could this surplus be saved? Enter the ingenuity of Japanese food scientists. By grinding these white fish into a smooth paste called surimi, then washing, refining, and shaping it into delicate strands, they discovered a way to mimic the sweet, fibrous texture of crab meat. A touch of red coloring completed the illusion. By the early 1970s, the world's first commercial crab sticks appeared on store shelves under the name kanakama. What began as an emergency solution soon became a global sensation. Affordable, versatile, and almost indistinguishable from the real thing, crab sticks transformed from a clever invention into an industry producing millions of tons each year, an enduring symbol of how necessity drives culinary innovation. The journey of every crab stick begins far from sushi counters, in the frigid waters of the Bering Sea and North Pacific. Here, where icy winds whip across endless waves, vast schools of Alaska pollock and threadfin bream swim hundreds of meters below the surface. Unlike tuna that must be chased individually, these fish gather in dense midwater shoals, perfect for industrial harvest. Modern factory ships no longer rely on luck. Crews track the ocean with sonar and high-frequency echo sounders, watching colored bands drift across their screens like clouds beneath the waves. At the captain's signal, a midwater trawl net as tall as a 10-story building unfurls, funneling hundreds of tons of shimmering silver fish onto the deck within minutes. But this is no reckless plunder. Each vessel carries independent observers who record catch weights, juvenile ratios, and bycatch, sending data to fisheries managers. It's a delicate contract with the ocean: extract enough to feed global demand, yet preserve stocks for the future. From this cold harvest comes the foundation of the crab stick industry, a simple fish destined for transformation. Did you know that most crab sticks are actually made from Alaska pollock? What do you think makes pollock such an ideal ingredient? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to uncover more hidden stories of agriculture with AgriWorks USA. When the massive nets are finally winched aboard and hundreds of tons of shimmering pollock spill across the steel deck, the crew knows the clock is ticking. From the instant these fish leave the icy depths, decomposition begins, and every second matters. To protect quality, workers immediately hose the catch with cold seawater, flushing away blood and debris, before sliding the fish into insulated holds packed with crushed ice. Inside, temperatures hover just above freezing, buying precious hours of freshness in the unforgiving open sea. Yet modern factory ships don't just preserve, they process. Below deck, stainless steel conveyor belts carry the fish through a sequence of highly efficient pre-processing stations. Automated knives slice away heads and viscera, separating waste from usable flesh. Clean white fillets emerge, destined for transformation. The most delicate step, bone removal, still relies on human eyes and steady hands. Under bright lamps, inspectors comb each fillet, plucking stray pin bones to ensure purity. By the time the vessel returns to port, much of the work is done. What was once a writhing shoal of fish is now neat, chilled fillets, stabilized, standardized, and ready for the birth of surimi. Once unloaded from the ships, the chilled pollock fillets enter a new stage of transformation. Inside sprawling coastal factories, the white flesh is fed into industrial grinders, breaking it down into a fine, uniform paste. This paste, however, is just the beginning of surimi, the essence of imitation crab. The ground fish is washed repeatedly in cold water baths, a process that strips away fat, blood, and soluble proteins. What remains is a snow-white, nearly odorless mass of pure myofibrillar proteins, the building blocks of texture. Excess water is pressed out, leaving a dense sheet of fish gel, smooth to the touch. To protect it from degradation, technologists mix in cryoprotectants like sugar and sorbitol, ensuring the surimi can be frozen and stored for months without losing its elasticity. Finally, the purified surimi is packaged into frozen 10-kilogram blocks, stacked like bricks in vast cold storage warehouses. At this stage, it no longer resembles fish at all, but a neutral canvas, ready to absorb flavors, colors, and shapes. From here, the humble pollock will soon be reborn as the bright orange crab that fills sushi rolls around the world. Do you think surimi is the magic ingredient of the seafood processing industry? In your opinion, which additive is most important for keeping surimi elastic and fresh? I'd love to hear your perspective in the comments. I'm really looking forward to your feedback. From frozen surimi blocks to sushi counters, the next chapter unfolds inside vast crab stick factories, cathedrals of stainless steel and steam, where white paste becomes one of the world's most recognizable seafood imitations. Inside, the pristine surimi is thawed and carefully blended with starches, egg whites, vegetable oils, and seasonings. This mixture restores elasticity, binds moisture, and builds the subtle sweetness that tricks the tongue into recalling real crab. Once ready, the paste is rolled into glistening protein sheets by high-speed machines, creating layers as smooth as silk. Several sheets are stacked and lightly steamed, fusing into a supple, flexible slab. To complete the illusion, one surface is brushed or sprayed with a brilliant red-orange coating, often derived from paprika or food-safe dye. With a single stroke, the pale fish transforms into something instantly recognizable as crab. Precision slicers then cut the slabs into narrow strips, rolling them into tight bundles, the familiar sticks found in supermarkets worldwide. Each piece is cooled, vacuum sealed, scanned for metal and defects, and boxed for export. By journey's end, an ordinary pollock has been reborn. Uniform in size, flavor, and appearance, engineered to feed millions from sushi bars to school lunches. Every year, more than 2.5 million tons of crab sticks roll off factory lines worldwide, powering a market worth over $3 billion. Once a Japanese invention, they are now a global staple, appearing in bento boxes in Tokyo, noodle soups in Seoul, seafood salads in Moscow, and supermarket sushi rolls in Los Angeles. The rise of the California roll alone helped transform imitation crab into a household name, offering a taste of the sea to millions who never touch real shellfish. Part of this success stems from its nutritional profile. Surimi, the base ingredient, is made from lean white fish that is naturally low in fat and cholesterol, yet provides around 7-8 grams of protein per serving. When blended with starches and egg whites, it develops the fibrous bite of crab meat. Easy to chew, easy to digest, and versatile in countless dishes. For families, restaurants, and cafeterias alike, crab sticks bring together affordability, convenience, and adaptability. Whether shredded into sushi, tossed into salads, or packed in school lunches, they travel well in vacuum-sealed packs. More than imitation, they represent an engineered solution to modern appetites for cheap, accessible, ready-to-use protein. Do you think crab sticks could one day become a more common source of protein than chicken? Have you ever tried them in salads, soups, or noodles? And which dish was the best? Share your experiences in the comments, and if you care about sustainable food, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to AgroWorks USA. Behind the convenience and low cost of crab sticks lies a series of unresolved questions. The surimi industry depends almost entirely on Alaska pollock, harvested in the millions of tons each year. Even under strict management, such large-scale fishing places pressure on marine ecosystems, affecting everything from the food supply of seals and whales to the balance of the North Pacific itself. On land, the transformation of pollock into surimi requires enormous amounts of water and energy while generating significant byproducts and waste. From a culinary perspective, imitation crab is often viewed as a crafted illusion. Those glossy red-orange strands that look like the essence of the sea are, in truth, a blend of fish paste, starch, and coloring. Consumers may enjoy the flavor, but the product raises uncomfortable questions. Are we truly eating seafood, or simply an industrial simulation designed to mimic it? In the end, crab sticks reflect both ingenuity and compromise, an emblem of how modern food can blur the line between nature and invention. From the frozen waters of the Bering Sea to the ready-made sushi trays in supermarkets, crab sticks tell a story of innovation and scale. Born in Japan as a clever way to use surplus fish, surimi has grown into a $10 billion global industry. Each stick is a transformation. Pollock caught by giant trawlers, processed into pure protein blocks at 30 degrees, then reshaped into the red and white rolls we find in salads and California rolls. More than food, crab sticks embody how technology reinvents tradition for the masses. Would you choose real crab or the imitation? Share your thoughts and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more stories from AgroWorks USA.